We are so back again. We are so back. Bitcoin saw a really nice rally yesterday. What set the rally off? Well, it was Trump. We talked about this several times. One post, one tweet, one announcement changes everything. What does this mean moving forward? The Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the macro, and the crypto markets all look ready for a big push upwards. We'll have that entire thing broken down. We're talking a little bit about RWAs today. One network, one project, and one protocol has seen vast gain in TVL and money flowing in. Which one is it, and what does it mean for the rest of the RWA plays? We'll talk about that. Also, we'll look at money flows. Is money flow turning green again, and what can we expect from Wall Street this week and moving forward? And what does President Trump want Jerome Powell to do? We'll talk about that and what that could mean for cryptos. We have that and much, much more on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content, where we take old, boring, and stale information, repackage a fun thing up in a sexy way, and we also give you price predictions here and there. And, well, you know, I'm pretty spot on when those price predictions come out my mouth.
You are so spot on.
Oh, man. You
Not
know,
even funny.
I will say, your intro, you alluded to Donald Trump kicking off the recent rally. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Had absolutely nothing to do with it. And I'm not trying to be funny.
Wow.
No, I'm being serious. Like, there is zero chance Donald Trump tweeting about his meme coin rallied the price of Bitcoin.
That's not what I meant.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
That was a bad look, by the way.
What?
Tweeting about his meme coin.
Yeah, well,
You're the sitting president, bro. You're not a KOL out here, okay? Jesus.
well, you know, he's got to get the pumps. You know, so the reason I come in with had nothing to do with
Yeah, the reason you come in and against me, go ahead.
is that the Trump meme coin was up 1%. At one point in time, shortly after the rise in, shortly after his tweet, the price of the Trump token went up 7%. A whole 7% he pumped up the meme token. Now, anyways, what happened though is that
That's not the tweet I was talking about, by the way.
Huh?
That is not the tweet I was
Oh, what tweet are you talking about?
The tariff tweet.
Which tariff tweet was that? I missed that one.
You want me to get into it?
Yeah, let's go.
White House scales back April 2 tariff plan, focuses on targeted reciprocal levies. So let's look at the timestamp. Timestamp 7:52 p.m. local time, which is Pacific, March 23rd. And well, let's go to the hourly chart on Bitcoin. We'll call it 8 a.m. or excuse me, 8 p.m. yesterday. So the 23rd, 8 p.m., which is right here. Bitcoin's price closed at 86.5, and then we had that rally up to, call it $89,000 on a wick. That is the tweet I'm referring.
Yeah. We had already cleared 85,000, and you know, and I'd made it abundantly clear last week that once we broke 85,000, we were off to the races. And you know what? I did say, I was like, guys, I'm like, long Bitcoin, put your liquidation below 77,000 at say 676, and you're pretty much golden, right? The bottom is in. Tattoo it on yourself, whatever you want to call it. It was, you know, as good as gold. You know, I'm not the only person that thought that way either. So here, take a look at this. Arthur Hayes claims that Bitcoin hits 110,000 before it hits 76.5.
He was just saying we're going through a recession. Literally just said we're going down to like 70,000.
Well, I mean, okay. So regardless, I'm not the only person in this camp, regardless of where he landed a couple of days ago. You know, what we're seeing.
I don't know. Tell me.
What we're seeing is we had rumors yesterday.
Wow.
No, actually, rumors 2 days ago that China was putting together a Bitcoin reserve, or they're going to actively buy Bitcoin. I said, hey, guys, I would find it extremely hard to believe that China's going to just sit back and be like, oh, look at America. They're buying lots of Bitcoin and they got a reserve. We don't really believe in that thing. Let them do them. Let them buy as much Bitcoin as they want. We don't believe in it. No, obviously, China was like, okay, well, they're taking a position there. Why don't we, if anything, even if China doesn't believe in Bitcoin, they want to mess up our plans, right? Like if they have an opportunity, they're like, hey man, they're building a bridge across this water. We can mess it up by doing X, Y, and Z. Like, yeah, do it. Hey, they're trying to buy all the lithium in the world. And well, we can go in and buy 80% of it from over here. Let's do that. And I feel the same way about Bitcoin. Even if China has no interest in Bitcoin, even if they believe nothing in Bitcoin, I strongly support this idea that if the U.S. is buying Bitcoin, China's just going to try to throw a wrench in the system. Be like, well, you know what? Good luck buying Bitcoin. We're just going to buy 1 million of it ourselves and then jack up the price. And then you have fun buying overpriced Bitcoin.
We're having fun.
Yeah. And so you had China. And then that rumor came out 2 days ago. And then lo and behold, today, a little bit more meat on that bone. A little bit more truth. Still speculation, but now you got a lot of prominent figures coming out saying, hey, China is actively pursuing a policy that will have them buying crypto. Is it a reserve? Who knows? I don't know what they're going to call it. But anyways, they are looking to get a position on Bitcoin the same way the U.S. is. Also, Russia jumped into the hey, maybe we'll buy Bitcoin too. I think that one's just more speculation. Someone's like, hey, if China's doing it, U.S. is doing it, Russia's doing it too. That one I think is a lot more speculative. But I will say, if China announces they're buying Bitcoin, there is zero chance, literally zero chance that Russia doesn't buy Bitcoin. Do you not agree?
Maybe they buy it in tandem. Maybe they do it together.
They might.
You know what makes more sense to me is a country deciding to, why don't we just mine Bitcoin?
Why would they would have to go buy miners. They'd have to go set it up. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but in the short term,
Robin, what percentage of hash rate comes out of China? Like 30%.
But you're only...
Is it crazy to think the Chinese Communist Party would go to those miners and say, you know what? We're going to subsidize you guys. Or we're taking over.
But either way, there's only 100 and how much is it? No, 450 Bitcoin mined per day. Even if they decided they were going to mine.
It's not enough.
Even if China said, you know what, let's do that. We watched Sin City Crypto this morning. President Xi watched Sin City Crypto, was like, you know what, these guys are onto something. David is an absolute all-star genius. And you know what, we need to get...
He sounds very American.
We need to get some miners. You're not going to mine every Bitcoin, first of all. So let's just give it right now, over 50% of Bitcoin mined comes to the U.S. So we could throw let's just say they quickly caught up to the U.S. and they mined 50%. And so even on the best case scenario, China could mine 200 Bitcoin a day. The U.S. is going to buy 1 million Bitcoin. 1 million. How many days will it take for China to get 1 million Bitcoin via mining, one per day? Like, come on now. So what China's going to do, what everyone is going to do is, the U.S., when they want to buy gold, they don't say, hey, look, let's launch a mining company, call it the U.S. Gold Miners, and then we're going to give them pickaxes and hard hats, and we're going to move them from the IRS department, and then we're going to have them out there with pickaxes and shovels giving out gold. No! They just say, hey, we're going to buy some gold. They just go to whatever the market is. They buy it. They're going to do the same thing in Bitcoin. Same thing with China. Everyone's just going to start flooding the market. It's going to be absolute crazy here. Absolute insanity. It is around the corner. I'm telling you, if you don't believe in Bitcoin right now, if you don't believe in crypto, then pay attention. Everything that we've been talking about is coming true. It's like the guy that's dating that toxic girlfriend that has been flirting with way too many people, and he's like falling in love, and you're just like, dude, this is not a good idea, man. She's not good for you. And then little by little, they arguing more and more, and then you know what? She's hanging out with her best friend, which is a dude, but they're only friends, and then they're in the friend zone. And then
best friend lied that he was gay, but he comes out he's not gay.
And then next thing you know, they're at the mall holding hands, leaving the movie theater. So I'm just saying that. The writing is on the wall. We all know what's going to happen here.
You're not at the psychologist appointment, right? Man, we're excited. Today's show is brought to you by Stake, the #1 social casino in the world. We are partnered with Stake.us to bring you guys all the fun things that are on their platform. There's a link in the description. Go use that link. Sign up for an account. You can play games such as slots, scratchers. You can play live table games like Baccarat, Roulette, Blackjack, and my favorite, which is poker. You can do single tournaments.
Here in Vegas, I am known for rolling 77 sevens in a row.
You know what?
In 2007.
You should prove it. You should get on Stake and let's see how many of those sevens you can roll, my friend. And then I will never give you crap ever again.
I'm telling you, it's one of my greatest achievements. One, I was a homecoming king, class of 2002. Also, 77 sevens in a row. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, sure.
And so your boy's got a gift. He's got a hot hand. Also, price prediction guru.
Yeah.
And crypto movement savant. I don't really know if that makes sense.
I don't either.
Okay.
Either way, sign up for an account, use the link in the description, and then you can win free stake cash, and then you can convert that, redeem it into crypto. So,
and guys, just support the channel because we're really excited to have Stake as a sponsor, and we want to show them that our community shows up. Do us a favor, just go try it out. Hit the link, sign up. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But at least give it a shot, and help us out. Appreciate it.
So I'm curious. Do you think? Okay, so looking at what happened, you had the tariff announcement. We're not going to do reciprocal tariffs, and the market started rallying. Is this like? What are your thoughts? Do you think that trend's going to continue to where the markets are kind of teetering on what's Trump going to say? What's going to happen?
I don't know, but there's a lot of factors going on right now, right? Tesla stock exploded this morning.
You know who's real happy about that? Tim Wells.
Yeah.
I got a video on that, by the way.
So Tesla stock has popped off, but what really happened was Nasdaq's up 2%. So Nasdaq is having a massive rally, probably off the tariff news. I missed that for some reason. I don't know why. I was just kind of looking at crypto in general, but you had tariffs taking a back seat. Nasdaq's way up. The rest of the indices and the rest of the economy is way up. U.S. is buying crypto, and Donald Trump is tweeting about meme coins, and China's about to buy Bitcoin, supposedly. Russia's throwing their hat in the ring. Post-halving, it's about to get real wild, bro. It's about to get real wild.
Even someone like me who was a little more bearish on the price action short term, I was like, there's no way we're in a bear market, right? There's just too much going on. And then you brought up the Nasdaq. This is going to be very important to see how Nasdaq does. So we opened on a gap up today, and a lot of volume coming in as well. A lot of volume on Friday and volume coming in. You have the end of the month is going to be big. You have end of the month options expiry. You have end of the quarter options expiry, and of course the weekly ones as well. And so that's kind of, I believe, what Mark was referring to when he said the triple witching. So you have that, but the key level we're looking out for here, my friends, is to trade above this close band, which is at $18,586, which from current prices is around a 2.2% move to the upside. If that happens, we get back above the trend line and things are looking good again. We can look back 6 months from now and say this was just a minor deviation for a longer-term uptrend for the Nasdaq. Now, there was a little bit of volatility. We had the initial tweet that I mentioned here, and then you had this as well. Trump says the U.S. is putting secondary tariff on the country of Venezuela. That any country buying Venezuelan oil is going to face 25% tariff, which will take place on the 25th. Now, the biggest countries that would be affected are China, Russia, Spain, Singapore, and there was one more. I forgot the name of the country, but those are the biggest ones. But China and Russia are the interesting ones, but also the U.S. buys a lot of oil, or was buying a lot of oil from Venezuela. So again, there's still just a lot of kind of uncertainty in the markets, but it was nice to see the markets rally. We'll see what Bitcoin does. Will it stay above that 86.5 level, which to me is the most important level? If we do, we're headed to like 92, then 100. Once we hit 100, I've said it, we're going to see a FOMO rally. You'll see just things stacked on top of each other and then you'll start seeing retail FOMO in, and then that FOMO rally is going to take us to like 220, 250K.
Well.
And then Trump also hit up his boy Jerome, said, hey, Jerome, remember I gave you that job 10 years ago? Well, I need you to kind of cut the interest rates. So he is asking Jerome Powell to cut interest rates. But again, as we covered in the FOMC meeting, Jerome Powell has pointed and said, look, I don't know what's going to happen with tariffs. Is inflation going to go up? I can't really cut rates. So I think he's putting the ball in Trump's court. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole tariff thing dwindled down. Jerome Powell and the FOMC, the very next meeting after that, they would come in and they would cut the interest rates and point to that being part of the reason why. So any thoughts here before I move on?
No, it's happening though. I mean,
it's happening pretty bigly.
Yeah.
You know what, Rob? We know Bitcoin was rattling. Let's take a look at the rest of the markets. I know NIR was up. I know Solana was pumping. We actually put in an ETH long trade. We hit a 20% gain on that. That was pretty good. Also, we have big announcements. The big announcement I'm going to share in regard to our Discord and our Patreon. We'll do that a little bit later in the show. Let's take a look at the markets, Rob.
I got Bitcoin at $88,370. And, we've, talked about this at the beginning of the show. So, broke above 85,000. And the question was, would we break above and continue on, or was that going to be a rejection? Well, no, we have a nice healthy growth here. Look at the 7-day here. This is very promising. This isn't just a large wick to the upside that you feel like is going to pull back. Seems like real sustained growth here. And then you got the month here, 88,000. You can see that here from 84,000. The last time we fell under 85, that was almost a month ago. And so, it's looking real good. Now let's take a look at the altcoins. And so, at the top, you got SPX, just whatever, that we're not going to pay attention to that, but let's go into the ones that really matter. The ones that we're eyeing here. Render Protocol up 16% on the 24 hours, which is very interesting. This is probably off the fact that NASDAQ's up. A lot of tech stocks are up, including NVIDIA. We're seeing Render up 16%. I would expect some other, I would say AI plays to do well as well. So, if you can go down the list, I mean, like I mentioned, you got artificial super intelligence here, BitTensor. BitTensor's up 8%. Artificial intelligence is up 10%. And you got Render up 16%. I think now might be an absolute great entry point to get in on BitTensor. I would be shocked to not see this thing get up to that $300 mark, which it was at, just about 3 weeks ago. And so 3 weeks ago, we were roughly above 300. And so what is $300 from here? It's another 10%. And so I think perhaps maybe a long position or just perhaps spot buy, a swing trade. And then also, I mean, there's a lot of gain. I mean, a lot of green in the streets. Also, one of my favorites, Avalanche, up to $21 right now. This is at 10%. Avalanche had a pretty big tumble from where it was. If you take a look at the 1 year chart here, it was around $50 at the beginning of the year. And, right before this kind of downward, where Bitcoin lost that 100K, right before then, it was right around $35. So I wouldn't be surprised if you couple some big news or some headlines or perhaps some ETF kind of, applications with Avalanche and the upward momentum. Wouldn't be surprised to see this get up to that $30, $35 range again. And then taking a look at the what's down today, not much, just Pi. And this is something that's new. It's still trying to find itself as far as price. And then, you go down the list as well. And nothing's really down. Just Pi, Curve is down 1%, still up for the week, but a lot's going on here. So feeling pretty good about the markets, feeling pretty good about Bitcoin's position, and also ETH is over $2,000. David, I got a question. Are you a buyer at ETH at $2,088?
I was a longer of ETH. I'm a buyer. You know what? I was having this conversation. I forget with who yesterday. With it was my buddy Sheldon, and I was like, look. He's like, what do you think about ETH? I was like, dude, everyone, including my co-host Robin, is absolutely shitting on Ethereum, and I think ETH is about to shock a lot of people. And between RWA, between the network activity going up. And then, you know what? I was going to wait a little bit to share this piece of news, but take a look at this. So we know BlackRock is the biggest player in RWA, and this is from Cointelegraph. BlackRock's Biddle Fund now holds approximately a record $1.145 billion worth of Ethereum, according to data from Token Terminal. And you can see how rapidly this is growing, how big of a pace this is catching up, or this is kind of accelerating at. And this is BlackRock, the number one money manager, right? Number one fund in the world. And it is BlackRock. And overall, as a whole, the RWA space is exploding. Tokenized real world assets surpassed $10 billion milestone. According from data from DeFi Llama, real world asset has exceeded $10 billion for the first time. BlackRock holds the top position with a total value of $1.414 billion. And so for me, you look at Ethereum, and by the way, we did hit a nice long on ETH yesterday, or excuse me, this morning, not yesterday, this morning. But the ETH chart, we need to stay above $2,000. That's going to be the big one here. That's a big psychological number, and it looks like, at least on the hourly, we're kind of seeing a little bit of a bull flag forming here on ETH, but this is a nice move. Nice move with increasing volume. Yeah, the RSI sitting at 67. We zoom into the daily. That's a really nice daily candle, but a lot of people, they look at this and say, well, the last time we had a big candle like that, we kind of gave it all back the next day. So for ETH, the next big level for me that I have marked out on the chart is $2,152 for Ethereum. But this is a nice move here for ETH. But again, is it going to have any follow through on the move here? And looks like this bear flag that I had my eye on is officially invalidated. And so we'll see. I expect 2150 to be a key resistance level for Ethereum. If we reclaim that, things are looking really good. You genuinely change the structure of the Ethereum chart if you can get above 2150, and then 2360 is the next big level. And then you're targeting that $2,700 to $3,000 range. And in my opinion, when that happens, I think it's going to happen very fast. It's going to happen very fast, and people are going to be like, holy shit, what the hell happened to ETH? It moved X amount in X amount of time. So I'm pretty bullish. I'm pretty bullish on ETH in the short and in the intermediate and short term as far as price action and rally. The same way we look at Bitcoin, and Rob sits here and says, all these nation states are going to be buying, da-da-da-da-da. We're literally showing you facts and figures of the largest money manager in the world that holds the most amount of Bitcoin versus any other cryptocurrency or digital asset they hold, period. And it's in a space that everyone, including you watching, expects to be a massive space moving forward, which is real-world asset tokenization. Now, speaking of RWA, there's another big player in this space, and that is Chainlink. This big piece of news, we are excited to announce that ADGM, it's called the Abu Dhabi Global Market. It's Abu Dhabi's premier international financial center. They have partnered with Chainlink. The alliance will maximize the utility of tokenized assets in the UAE while ensuring regulatory compliance. I saw a number. Chainlink has officially hit $20 trillion of value moved since 2022. That's a massive number. We know they're working with Swift. We know they're working with the DTCC. And you take a look at where is Chainlink. It's $10 billion market cap, sitting at number 11. Wow. Okay. $15. Still super undervalued. And we'll look at the We'll get into more fundamental and chart analysis in the PM stream, which we've moved that time from to 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. So that'll be live today and every Monday through Saturday. And then the Sunday shows are more of a chill show, relax show. That was fun, man, this Sunday. So if you were there this Sunday, I appreciate you guys. You know, my mother-in-law watched that show and she called me. She's like, I didn't know this about you. I didn't know that about you. I'm like, well, keep watching on Sundays. And if you want me a question answered, throw in a super chat. But for me, you look at a project like Chainlink, RWAs, there's certain narratives, like for me, RWA and AI, that will consistently have that hype, that will consistently stay in the headlines, is because it is such a fast-moving space. And there is so much money being spent in this sector. We can look at gaming, we can look at DeFi, and we're bullish on all of those things. But when you have real-world asset tokenization, and you have companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, nation states that are looking to tokenize assets, and they see the value in it, and so resources, time, and money is continuing to be spent in that little bucket. Then you have artificial intelligence, which every other week, it seems like we have another big headline. In 5 to 10 years, this is going to happen. Hey, we just accomplished this. NVIDIA just partnered with TS, or they just partnered with one of the big countries or companies. So it's something that continuously will stay in the headlines. The hype narrative will always be there, but not just the hype narrative. Resources and money and people, most importantly, intellectual property is flowing into these two sectors. And so when you look at a space like crypto and those sectors, when they merge, there's a lot of money to be made there. And you see it, some AI tokens on a virtuals protocol is up from a low of 50 cents. It got up to like 88 or 84 to 85 cents. NVIDIA's up, tech stocks are up when you look at the macro market, and then RWAs, Ondo, Ripple, XLM, Hedera, Chainlink, of course, Ethereum. These all are going to have their day in the sun, and Avalanche as well. So don't sleep on these narratives. We've had the last like 2 months, month and a half, 2 months of boring price action, downward price action, chop, consolidation, nothing's really exploding. That was the time to really figure out, do you have enough exposure to these projects? And if you don't, let me create a game plan. You had 6 weeks to do so. Let me create a game plan to make sure that I am allocated to some degree to these two narratives and these two sectors, because they're going to make people a lot of money. So that's kind of my base thesis for those two. Now, I do want to talk about this. This is pretty interesting. So we showed, this is from CoinShares, their blog, James Butterfield, which was been on our show. We've officially broken a 5-week-long streak of outflows for digital assets. This is the first inflow since, I want to say January or early February. So anyways, this is what it looks like. $724 million flowed into Ethereum, Bitcoin. 86 million flowed out of Ethereum. And then as far as the alts, you had 6.7 million flow into XRP, 6.4 million flow into Solana. And Cardano was a nothing burger, and then the SUI saw some outflows along with ETH. So minus 1.3%. Now here's the thing: Wall Street, at least over the last 3-4 weeks, has gone risk off with the indecision in the market. They're expecting more volatility from President Trump. Is there going to be more tariffs? What's the Fed going to do? The interest rate or the interest CPI is going to go up because of tariffs? No one really knows. A lot of indecision. So people are scared to go too risk on. And when you talk about Wall Street, when you look at NVIDIA, Apple, Coca-Cola, here's a Bitcoin ETF. When you look at, they're all risk on, but there's riskier risk on assets, and Bitcoin and ETH fall into that category, at least on Wall Street. Once they're full risk on, we're going to see godly inflows into both these assets. And by that time, I believe we'll have more ETFs available for projects like XRP, for Hedera, maybe for Cardano, for Litecoin, and maybe for Dogecoin as well. So Wall Street's going to have plenty of options to get max exposure to the crypto markets, to levels that we talk about. This guy about $2 million, $10 million, $50 million. That's cool. But we're talking about billions of dollars that these people have access to, that they are going to be able to use and allocate to certain assets in crypto. Speaking of a lot of money and buying. Michael Saylor is at it yet again, as MSTR, also now known as Strategy, has acquired 6911 Bitcoin for $558 million. You know, he did not buy the top this time. Michael Saylor, I'm so proud of you.
Pretty damn close to the bottom. And, you know,
so proud of you.
He bought a lot at over $100,000.
I'm just trying to say I'm very proud of him.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
You're proud of him?
I am. They now hold 500,000 Bitcoin. Pretty big deal.
It's huge, man.
Number one private-owned number one public company in the world.
I mean, it's the biggest wallet outside of Satoshi.
Satoshi, yeah.
Man, I'm just curious like, are they going to slow down? Do you think
he's not slowing down.
Okay. Do you think there's any way the U.S. would sell to the U.S.?
Hell no.
Like, I'll just say that, like, there's
Unless
like a
it's
supply,
like a favor.
there's a supply
I don't know,
shock. The U.S. is trying to buy 200,000, and Sailor's just like, you know, the exchanges don't have it OTC.
Well, I'm sure people will reach out and want to buy it from him. And at that point, he'll be in a position to sell it at a premium. Because at the end of the day, the OTC desk, if what we're saying is going to come true, nation states are going to buy, China, Russia, institutions, individuals, sovereign wealth funds, you name it, they're all going to buy. OTC desks are going to get dry. The miners are going to get dry. Where else are they going to go? They're going to go to the biggest wallets and say, hey, can we do an OTC trade? Because we don't want the price impact when we buy it through the order books. And so when you look around, who's going to have the most amount of Bitcoin? You look at people like Michael Saylor, Satoshi's wallet, unless he somehow comes alive again.
Satoshi, come back.
What?
You can put it on Sailor. All right, so we did. You got 5 gifted memberships from Poe Man. So big shout out to Poe Man. You know, it's been a while since we've seen any gifted memberships.
That's not true. We saw some on the show yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my AMA show. That was fun, man. Had a good time.
Yeah. It's I feel like the bull market's back when people start giving out gifted memberships. I'll tell you what,
my man Poe Man's always supporting.
When we were in the middle of the bear market, there wasn't a lot of gifted memberships flying around. I'll just put it that way. Now we're back.
Also, the indicator is flashing.
Also, couple things. One, you know, we do have our membership, but we also are looking for our newest whale members. So we haven't had any new whales in a while. But I did want to take a moment to shout out the Bitcoin conference. And so it's been a while since we talked about it, but the Bitcoin conference is right around the corner. Rocket, do we still got that banner button? I don't know if we have it for the conference. Is that over there? I think it might be. I don't know. Maybe I removed it. Maybe it's not there, but
probably, yeah.
It's probably not actually. I think I might have not got it. It's not. There's no button that says Bitcoin conference on the. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess I didn't do it. Oh yeah, there it is. There we go. Bitcoin 2025. Look at here. You know, we're actually, if you were to find our studio is
It's
over here. Yeah, it's like right around here somewhere. We got our studio. And so that's our studio is over there.
It is walking distance.
So we encourage you to come out to Las Vegas. Come hang out with us. This conference is going to be pretty badass. We're having a little shindig here at the studio, so we don't know what that's gonna look like. I don't know if we're charging or if there's gonna be like a bouncer. You know, we're trying to get Tiesto or Calvin Harris to come out here and DJ, but you know, who knows what
we're not charging people. I can tell you that right now.
Well, what if we get Tiesto or Calvin Harris?
Then you
headline DJ.
You pay for it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But we're gonna have a lot of fun. This is the first time the Bitcoin conference is coming to Vegas. Well, it came a long time ago. It was almost like 9 years ago. But we're excited to have the Bitcoin conference back. We got a link in the description down below. Save 10%. Use the code OLA.
Should have said it.
And yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're excited, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. The party we're going to host We'll come out with more details. We're actively working on that now. We're planning it, and so
this isn't even a paid sponsor. We do get a little kickback on these on the using our coupon code, but this is just we just want to talk about it. We're really excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the backyard. Yeah. Huge. Okay. Now, earlier we talked about Tim Waltz. Remember his affinity for Tesla, and I mentioned tech stocks are up. Well, take a look at this. Tesla is up 8% this morning. And while a majority of people are happy, there's one person who is not happy, and that is this man right here. Well, you might be asking, what does Tim have to do with Tesla? Besides, they both start with the letter T. Well, let's take a listen to Tim Waltz on his Netflix special stand-up comedy that he did about a week ago.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
Yeah.
The state of Minnesota holds Tesla stock on their pension fund.
And he's the fucking governor. Hey, all you firefighters, and teachers, and police officers, and everyone that sacrifices their lives every day to go help the community. I hope your retirement portfolio gets fucked. Tim Waltz,
just
what a guy.
Because Elon.
What a guy. What a guy. I also have another funny meme. This is a check-in on Ethereum's bull run so far.
He's a $7 million bull rider.
Oh man,
He's got some skills, Anyways,
are you buying ETH or what? I know I asked you already.
Made money on ETH. I did a long trade on ETH. I think I posted it here. It was right here. So we hit this earlier today. So if you're copy trading us on Buy DeFi, you would have made a little 18% profit. Love that. 6x long. Should have gone longer on that. But my entry was $2,017. My original TP was $21.44. But I saw the momentum kind of shift, especially after that second tweet came out with the Venezuela and the tariffs. I say, you know what? 18%, bag it. That's money. Money's money. $1,000 leverage, whatever. I mean, it's good money. And so we cashed out on that. Speaking of that, we did make some changes to our Patreon. We've added 2 tiers. We've added a supporter tier for $10. Those of you that are like, look, I don't care about getting anything. I just want to support you guys. I appreciate all the money you spend on the LED wall. I appreciate the $25 cases of water that Robin's not buying for the studio that I have.
I got them on sale for $20. $20. It was a bargain.
I appreciate Rocco coming in here with sweet merch and sweet glasses, and we just want to support you. And so that's there available as well. I added a God mode. Now, I don't expect anyone to sign up for this, but this is $250 a month. And the reason it's so expensive is because you'll have one-on-one access to me via Telegram. And so we'll be in a Telegram chat together. Any questions you have, concerns, you want to chit-chat, you got me right there. I'm one text away.
Can they FaceTime you?
I don't know about that feature, but either way, but that
I'm signing up if I can.
You're such an idiot.
I'm just gonna FaceTime you at random ass spots.
That is for
I'm at the ice cream parlor. Right?
That is for the person who wants someone in their corner that they can kind of lean on from time to time. That's available. And then the tier that we had for $50, I've dropped that down to $20. But what we've changed is it's only going to be an alpha channel. So you're only going to get write-ups on macro and the crypto markets. You're also going to get some of our favorite plays if we find anything that has a positive expected value. And then for the traders, we've gotten rid of the paywall for you to get our trading signals, and we've just integrated it into our Discord. So all you got to do is join our Discord. That link is in the description. Go to the Get VVIP access. And the reason it's not VIP and VVIP, because, we all come from the restaurant industry, and you have VIPs and you have VVIPs, right? Very, very important people. You guys are all very, very important people. So if you want to join that, all you got to do is go to our Discord channel, click on this sub channel here. And the only requirements, guys, is just create a link on BuyDeFi or create an account on BuyDeFi with our link, deposit $100. That's it. Enter your UID here, and then you'll get access to all of this. Look at this. You'll get our trade signals. You'll get swing and scalp trade signals from the best traders on BuyDeFi. You'll also get market analysis and updates every single day. And so instead of paying us, you pay yourselves $100 to trade with, and you get all the trading signals that you do. So I believe it's a win-win-win for everyone. Join the Discord and then just kind of go through there. If that's something you want to do, that's great. But just want to give everyone that update. Also, you notice we went live at 10:30 today. That'll be a trend that we continue moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, I want to move forward and speak a little bit about RIPPLE. USD. Stable coin. Talk
COIN. WTF.
IDK.
What's going on with you?
NOIDI. Anyways, RLUSD stablecoin is gaining traction with $160 million supply and growing, and a growing number of Ethereum addresses holding the token. Now, with the lawsuit over, we'll see what they do with the fee they got to pay. Are they gonna appeal that? Or are they just gonna say, you know what, I want to pay I'll pay the 125. I just want to just be done with it. I don't think they should do that. I think they should fight the fine they got to pay. I think 125 is ridiculous. I don't know, maybe pay 25 or 30 million. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Ripple goes from being the defendant to the plaintiff now as they are suing or countersuing or appealing the SEC's $125 million fine. And I think this number is only going to grow. We know there's talks with potentially Hedera. We know there's definitely talks with Cardano to bring the RLUSD stablecoin on top of their native blockchains. Could RLUSD make a run for Circle? I know Tether's a little farther out, but you look at Circle. Circle is at what, 40 billion in market cap value?
Circle, yeah, right around there.
40 billion?
No, 60.
60. Okay. So anyways, Robin, RLUSD, do you see this trend continuing? And what are your thoughts?
If they, Forrest on Friday discussed RLUSD, well, he didn't really elaborate on RLUSD, but he did mention that USAID or USAID, whatever you want to call it, the program that got shut down famously by Elon Musk, or at least suggested they shut down most of their outgoing payments, was going to have a rebranding of sort. And we talked about perhaps bringing on blockchain. And this was a memo that was leaked to, what was the news source that got leaked, the memo for USAID?
Ooh,
anyways.
Axios?
No. I think it was, anyways, it doesn't matter. USAID was supposedly looking to use blockchain. And, if this ends up being true, Ripple makes a lot of sense. Right? I thought so. I thought Ethereum would make sense as far as tokenizing, right? If you're going to tokenize transactions. But if you're going to actually send, stable coins and custody, you might be better off doing a company that you can sit down, have a meeting with, like, hey, look, here's $500 million. Here's $1.5 billion. Here's $5 billion. Here's $10 million. Whatever it is, these amount of transactions. Hold this in a, say, stable coin, and then pay out via stable coin. Use the Ripple ledger. And stable coins, RLUSD, just makes so much sense there, right? If that were to happen, everything gets flipped. Everything gets flipped other than maybe Ethereum. I mean, other than maybe Tether. It just instantly flips, I say, Circle, right?
I don't know. Circle's got a lot of partnerships, man.
But you're talking about U.S. government using it, and because it's going to be a trickle-down effect, right? Because let's just say, for example, the U.S. is paying USAID. Let's just say in that hypothetical situation, they're using Ripple, and they're using the RLUSD. If they're sending money overseas to another agency that is in, say, Qatar, and for whatever program they got going on there, They might just keep it in RLUSD, or they might they might start using that as payment, right? They're already gonna receive a giant sum of stablecoin. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna probably swap it for whatever currency they want, but I don't know. I'm sure they probably keep a big chunk of it in the native asset.
Forrest brought up such a good point with the custody, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so
makes total sense. To me, it makes a lot of sense. And there's nothing, you guys know me. I'm all about competition. I think competition breeds excellence. So if Tether is allowed to just be the number one, just have a 95% market share over the stablecoin market, that's not a good thing at all. You want competition. You want Circle. You want Ripple. You want maybe some other ones that come in there and challenge what Tether is doing. Look what happened to Ethereum. If ETH was a number one layer one smart contract platform since 2014, 2017 comes around, we get some new layer ones. 2021 comes around, they get some more heat on their back. And now look at them. Now they're trying to ship updates faster. You got Vitalik Buterin over here changing his profile pic to a milady to try to connect with the community. They're going so fast, it's failing on their testnet now, which is something that ETH never happens on ETH. And so this is all a good thing, because if ETH retained a 95% of dominance in smart contract platforms, we won't even be sitting here talking about USAID wants to use blockchain. No, because they'd be like, yeah, that's just not possible. And there's no incentive for a platform like Ethereum or for a stablecoin issuer like Tether to do better or improve, because there's no one nipping at their heels. When you have that, and I think that's a bonus for RLUSD, and I think it's going to help them. And what Forrest said with the custody makes complete sense. What other stablecoin issuer do you trust to hold billions or $1 trillion worth of money?
So what were you talking about with Vitalik's profile picture?
Yeah, he changed it to a milady.
What is that? Is this thing? I'm like trying to figure out what that is. This it? What is this?
Oh, what is that?
It's his damn profile picture.
Oh, he just changed it then. No, okay, his banner. You see his banner? That's a milady right there.
Yeah.
But he had a milady on. He changed it. Yeah, the dude is... you think he's trying to do the whole Mark Zuckerberg kind of rebrand?
He was just a weirdo, man. I feel like he's like I feel like he gets home and just plays with like Transformers. He's got a little beanie hat with a little propeller on top, and he's just like,
what the hell, dude?
It's a strange dude, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, you've seen his dancing videos.
Usually the super smart people are kind of strange. I mean, a lot of people say Elon Musk is
I'm pretty strange, at times. So thank you. Appreciate that. Also,
you know what? I'm happy because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is this? What?
I feel like it's a creature
like a
from
vulture.
It's a creature from a video game. I bet you it's like a Final Fantasy character. You know where the name Ethereum came from?
Yeah. Ether. Just kidding. No, what?
Yeah, it was it's the in-game currency in like Diablo or one of those games. He was playing it, and so he decided to name it after the in-game currency. Let me find out what game it was.
What was that though? Was that like a vulture? Or?
That thing? I zero idea. I could probably do an image search on it, but
me too, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
While Robin looks that up, I want to give a thank you to our other sponsor today. Today's show is also probably brought to you by Cam's Blue Wire Technology. If you run a business, you want to maximize your networking, IT, and cybersecurity, visit bluewiretech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Did you find it?
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Someone said Final Fantasy. My Final Fantasy is for Vitalik to stop being weird. You know, they say the smartest.
So it was inspired by Ether, which was in
I was right.
World of Warcraft.
I was absolutely right. Guys, make sure to go join our Discord. That link is in the description. Also, go support our sponsors. Create a stake.us account, man. Or if you're in the outside of the US, you can use the same link and it'll automatically route you to stake.com, which is available outside the US. But go support the people that support our channel. That is how we continue to bring you all this great content. We continue to upgrade our production quality and everything else. And so, yeah, with that being said, come join me today at 2 p.m. Pacific. I'll be doing a live show on trading. We're covering TA, FA, all the fun stuff. If that's your shtick, you like that, come join me. We're going to have a lot of fun. With that being said, Rocco, thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. We hope you had a fun time. Remember, tomorrow again, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, right here on YouTube. We'll see you then. Peace.
Sin City, crypto, everybody know we here for entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in, for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in then you win, we divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David, I spit the game but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite, I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners, special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners, ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors, they gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas, I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in, baddies, they came to sin.